What's up Facebook, what's up YouTube, this is Ruben and I'm back and with another Ruben report. For today's video we're going to be going back at it, going out there trying to make some money. Just going to make my Uber Eats and DoorDash ride along episode 2. Let's go ahead and see how much we can make tonight. I plan on staying out for a little while. We're definitely going to be hitting up a different city as well. One city that I've been pretty successful in the past. And so we're just going to see how much money we can make. Hopefully a whole lot more than what we made in episode 1. So stay tuned for you guys. I'm going to take you guys along. And yeah, we'll see what we get up to. This first order here that we got was for $5.25, going about almost 3 miles for DoorDash. And as we entered into the restaurant, typical order was not ready. I had to wait for a very long time. On this particular order, I got quite confused and lost on where the actual building was. The address that they actually put on the order was for the graveyard on the corner. So I was just confused as to where the building was. So I had to look into the app to figure out where I needed to go. And I actually got lost a couple times, but I eventually found my way. And here we are, finally found it. One good tip that I would recommend, instead of just reading the address, what you can do in the app is you can actually click on the location that the customer sets. Although the address may be wrong, you can physically click on the little house icon and it should direct you to the right place. This next order I received was a special one. We went to the pet supply store here. It was an Uber Eats order going a astonishing over 10 miles almost. And it was for a 25-pound bag of dog food. This is the first of these types of orders. I had to improvise a little bit, but I found a way to strap it to my bike, which you guys will see here in a moment. This next order was a shop and pay order, and this order turned out to be quite a bit frustrating. Getting into the store, finding the items that the customer ordered wasn't that bit much of a challenge. It was just me having to struggle working the app. It's like it bugged out or something. I was constantly trying to scan the items, and it was saying that it wasn't the correct item. Then prompted me to take a picture of it, and it wouldn't take the picture. I had to reset it multiple times. The estimated time for this order was about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. If you do shop and pays, they kind of give you, an estimated time range. It doesn't necessarily count against your on-time delivery per se, as much as regular deliveries do, but just know that if you're going to be doing shop and pays, know how to work the app, pay attention to the labels, and if you need to submit a substitution, go ahead and do so. Whatever you need to do to get around it so that way you can maximize your efficiency while being in the store. But later on in this little clip here, you guys will see me having to scan the chicken multiple times. And once I actually read the label, it wasn't a mixed bag like the customer ordered. It was just a regular dark chicken meat. And the customer here already provided some approved substitutions. So we finally got it done. Before I took this next order, I took a little break. I still had my DoorDash and Uber Eats running. During that break, I got an offer or two wanting me to go almost 10 miles in a completely different direction, completely out of the zone. I declined them. But this order here, another fast food restaurant, typical. Order isn't ready, so I had to wait around for a while. When I initially arrived to the drop-off location, I was a bit confused because the GPS was wanting me to go down this alleyway, and as you guys can see, it was blocked. The gate was closed. So I was looking around because the instructions said that there's some type of keypad that you're supposed to dial in. I didn't see any kind of keypad on the gate. I didn't see any keypad on the building that it was next to. So I had to call the customer and get some instructions. I was actually supposed to go on the street perpendicular to the street that I was on and go a little bit further down. But once I got there, the security guard was able to let me in.
This last order was a very short, quick, and easy order from Carl's Jr. And it was, to my surprise, for a fast food restaurant, it was just like, wow, they actually had the food ready. Astonishing. DoorDash states that customers are supposed to have their porch lights on so that we can identify house numbers a lot easier. And at this point, for this particular customer, I wasn't able to identify his house number, so I had to double check to make sure using my own camera flashlight.
Alright, you guys, I am back home. Here is the mileage. I actually stopped to fill up my gas tank because I wanted to get MPG results for the inner city or dashing riding now, especially since I recently changed the gearing on the bike. And I actually filled up earlier today as well. So we have two different MPG results. One is from just regular backroads riding. That's just me commuting back and forth from work, which is the primary use of this bike. And we'll look at the results of that, and we'll also look at the results for the door dashing that we just completed here in a moment. So as you guys can see, now I have increased my overall MPG performance by about 2 points by lowering the gearing. This is not a new concept. This is a concept that I already proven to be effective with the other bike that I have over there. So that wasn't a surprise to me. But it was really nice having the 16.2 front sprocket on there, just so I could ride a bit faster and be a lot more effective on the highway. But it's a welcome compromise, especially again since I'm going to be using this bike to be doing DoorDash and things of that nature a lot more frequently. I welcome as much fuel savings as possible. But anyway, let's get to the actual earnings results that we have for this evening. And once again, it really wasn't a good night. We made about $47.52. That is including tips and the base pay. And we were out for a total of about 4 hours. So that equates to almost $12 an hour. Not a very good total earnings. Now, when we are going to calculate things according to the active time, for Uber Eats, I made a little over $30 an hour. And then for DoorDash, I made a little over $21.60 per hour. Still, not all that great, especially for the amount of time that I've been out. Prop 22 earnings are definitely going to adjust my earnings quite a bit. There was quite a few orders that had me riding quite a bit of a distance. And I got orders that were offered to me, like 2 or 3 of them, in between DoorDash and Uber Eats, that was wanting me to go almost 10 miles. I declined them mainly because they were only paying like $12 or $13 to go 10 miles, but in a completely different direction than where it is that I wanted to go, like much further south. So it just really sucks when those long distance orders take you completely out of your zone, just like that Uber Eats one I did with the dog food. The dog food order was crazy, but I was resourceful. I was still able to get it done. So yeah, got to get back to the drawing board, got to strategize to see what I can do to start maximizing my earnings, being out here. Obviously, I also want to mention, because I'm no longer a brand new hire for DoorDash, this is something interesting, because this area that I just went to, obviously, like I said earlier in this video, I've been there before. And last week or the week before then, when I was out there, I was doing really well. I made over 70 something dollars in a short period of time, which was why I was inclined to go back there again. But the main difference between tonight and about 2 weeks ago was 2 weeks ago, because I had a brand new account, I was top dasher. And everybody who is brand new sign up for DoorDash, they give you the top dasher status right from the get-go. So you can dash whenever you want to. And I believe they've changed something about the algorithm, because, back then, last week or 2 weeks ago, I wasn't necessarily getting orders nonstop, but I definitely had priority on orders. And that's something that I just didn't have tonight. Very few orders that I did get in, there was quite a few that had me going, like I said, very long distances. And the short few that I actually did accept, it just took me forever sitting in areas to get anything. So yeah, in total, we've completed, I believe, 5 deliveries. And between those 5 deliveries, we got a little over $47.52. All right. So until next time, guys, stay safe out there. And hopefully next time, you have a lot more luck. So stay safe out there. Peace.